Hello everyone, Mike1217 here, welcoming you back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns. I knew I was gonna burp, it always comes at the worst time. So yeah, welcome to the 5th world in the game. Now something I need to point out that I haven't pointed out yet, and you may have noticed it when you're watching, is, with the first level in each world, excluding the first world because it's the first world, you'll notice that the beginning of the level actually looks like the previous world. As you can see, we're in a cave-like environment, which is, of course, what the last world was. And that's really awesome what they do. So they'll have like the environment from the previous world briefly at the beginning of the first level, and then eventually you'll transition to the new environment, which of course here will be the fourth environment. And that's really cool. That's a great way of making the world seem like they're more connected, and that was genius, really. I think that was genius on Retro's part. I know that sounds like a pretty strong word to describe it as genius, but it really is. It's smart. I mean, it doesn't really add anything to the gameplay, but it's a smart way to make the world feel more connected. And you know, like when I think about the environments of this game, I feel like it's a pretty logical sequence of how you would go through all these environments, you know, from a jungle to a beach to like a, you know, a temple type of place, and then, you know, what have you. Like you know, like I can see myself coming out of a cave and dying. No, and coming out of a cave and going into a forest. Okay, so let's talk more about the level now. So, as you saw there with my stupid death, we were being kind of introduced to vine swinging. We saw it briefly, I think, in I forgot what world it was. It was that ship level. I think it was actually the ruins that had it, where we had one rope that we climbed on in one of those levels where we had like a pirate ship type of thing. Anyway, yeah, this is really the first time we see true vine swinging in this game. And I guess I can explain why I like this world so much. It's really just because the levels are all just so much fun. There's no minecart levels, there's no rocket barrel levels. And don't get me wrong, I like those levels, especially the minecart ones, but it was a good move for them to give you a complete break from them here with this world, given what, you know, the last world was. And they're all just really fun levels. And another thing is, like, the nostalgia factor is huge with the music, because we have the Vine Valley music here, and then we'll have another track from Donkey Kong Country that we'll be hearing in a couple of the other levels in this world. And it's just really, the levels are so well designed here. This is by far, like, I think this is the best world in the game. Or, it's my favorite world. I'm not gonna say it's the best world because that's such a subjective thing that, you know, people can't really argue with. That's more of like an opinion of favorite. See, like, whenever I talk about favorites in something, or like whenever I give like a top 10 list, I always kind of like want to signify that they're my personal favorites. It's something that kind of bugs me. It's just when people see those and they mistake those kinds of lists as best. Like, these are, like, I have a list of my top 10 favorite Zelda games, and a lot of people got butthurt over that, because, I don't know, I guess they thought I was just saying that these were the best games, no questions asked. But there's a difference between a favorite, like saying something's my favorite, and saying something is the best. You know what I mean? And I mean, like, why? I don't know. It just really bugs me when people like get all butthurt over you saying something is your favorite and say, no, you're wrong. It's like, no. I mean, if I said it was the best, you can maybe put up like an argument. Like when you're arguing over what is the best out of something, what is the most well-made piece of media, then yeah, you can have an argument over that and get a little bit more intense over it, because you can really just, yeah, you can't have a pretty legit argument over that. But when you're talking about what is your personal favorite, you can't really argue with somebody what their favorite is, because that's their own personal view. And people got really butthurt over my top 10 Zelda games, especially with Skyward Sword being number 6. Like, everyone's like, oh, this has to be number 1. What the hell are you doing? You're such an idiot. It's like, well, this is a personal preferences list. And honestly, if I had to rank what I thought were the best Zelda games, it would probably be a little bit of a different list. But I'm not going to go into that. That's a different discussion. We're playing Donkey Kong Country. And actually, speaking of top 10 lists, I'm thinking of doing a top 10 list of my top 10 favorite songs in the series. It's something that I've done before on my channel, but I deleted the videos because of copyright junk. And in fact, I probably would get copyright on them today because of the whole Nintendo copyright thing. That's a subject I might actually talk about in the video if you guys want me to, because I have a lot to say about that. But I'm not going to talk about it right now. Oh, this is kind of a pain in the ass, by the way, getting through these. Oh, man. But, yeah, like, I want to redo my top 10 Donkey Kong Country songs from the original SNES series. I'm not going to include anything from this game because they're mostly remakes of songs from Donkey Kong Country 1. And I kind of want to redo that list because anyway, I kind of want to redo that list because I feel like I could have made better choices there, and I really just I hate that stupid, just like the copyright that I got on it was really dumb. It was from like this group called SM Entertainment. It's copyright over aquatic ambience, actually. I'm not going to tell you where that is on the list, but I guess it's not really much of a surprise or spoiler that that's on the list because that's such a great song. Oh, shit. This level's actually pretty brutal with all the enemies coming at you. But it was really strange. Like, this company called SM Entertainment, a random-ass company, apparently had copyright over aquatic ambience. But when I removed the song from the videos, the copyright wasn't there. And the problem was the copyright would flat out mute the video. It wouldn't just like put, you know, the whole third-party match thing. No, it would mute the video and put like some random junky music over it. So it would completely ruin the point of the top 10 songs thing. And I hope that maybe now that SM Entertainment thing is non-existent, and maybe I can actually put aquatic ambience in my video. I don't know. I hope so. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do those again and do a top 10 Donkey Kong Country songs and see what kind of copyright strikes I get. Yeah, I don't know if I want to really get into that issue or not. The whole Nintendo copyright thing. I just don't think it's a big deal. I mean, I can understand, you know, like where I can understand where people are coming from with that. You're not making ad revenue, and you know that for partners that kind of screws them over, especially the ones that do most of the Nintendo games, and for ones who rely on their ad revenue for income and, you know, to live off of. But I don't mean to sound insensitive here, but I don't think it's very smart to rely, keyword there, to rely on ad revenue from YouTube for making a living. I just don't think it's very smart because you don't have very good job security there, and you know, these kind of things will happen. I mean, I guess, you know, it's good for money on the side, sure, but you can't really expect to make a living off of it. I mean, you might make a decent living if you have a decent enough following, but even then, like, I don't really claim to know all these things, like how much you could make, because I'm not a partner. So, I don't want to be too insensitive and say that, like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I completely just, like, lost my point. I'm just trying to say that I just don't think it's smart to rely on it for a living. So, and really, like, if you're making money off of playing video games, I don't really feel bad for you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to sound insensitive. That's just kind of the way I feel about the whole thing. Like, I just think it should be a plus if you're making ad revenue off of playing video games on the internet. It should just be like a little bonus, maybe some extra money on the side, whatever. And it makes me sad seeing the reaction from some people from all this. Some people like stopping LPing Nintendo games because they're not going to make revenue off of it. And that's just really bad to me, I think, because that shows exactly why you're doing it. It shows, well, it just kind of like shows their true colors, in my opinion. I'm not trying to pass too much judgment on people and saying that everyone's in it for the money, but I don't know, it sends kind of a poor image in my mind about you if you're gonna stop LPing a game just because you're not gonna make money off of it, because then that shows that you're not really doing it for the love of the game, you're doing it for the money. And I just don't think that's how it should be. I think it should be a hobby, and if you make money, great. If you don't, then that's fine too. I could go more into that argument. I have a lot more that I could say, but it's not really coming to mind right now. I wasn't expecting to talk about it at all. So, I don't know, maybe I'll even blog about it or something. I'll stop talking about it because I don't want to dominate the gameplay commentary too much. I don't want to do the same thing that I did in the Ruins, where all I did was talk about E3. Let's not make that mistake. I'm not going to say that was a mistake, but I don't want to do that again. I mean, I want to have some commentary about the game. So let's talk about the game, shall we? I wasn't paying attention to my time at all. This might be kind of a longish episode, but that's fine, whatever. I enjoy this world, so we can have long episodes. So this is actually one of my favorite levels in the game, and this is the other throwback song that we get here. I do also like how they put the jungle theme in that last level. So they have a nice variety of music in this world. That's another reason why I like it. And it's all classic music from Donkey Kong Country. And in that first level, we got... oh, shit. You have to bounce off an enemy to get this K. Or you can jump at the right time, I guess. That works too, whatever. But, yeah, like the first level of the world, we had the Vine Valley music. I don't know what exactly it's called. Oh man, that was not worth it, but I landed anyway. And then, yeah, of course, this is like the treetop music. I don't know what it's officially called in Donkey Kong Country. But I just love this level because it's the definition of a platforming level. Really, it is. Like, this is all it really is. It's just these fluttery things moving around with platforms on them, and you jump from platform to platform, and that's really what most of the level is. And I love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun. There is something down below here, so let's check it out. I think it's just for a puzzle piece. You can blow on this. Oh, and then all this junk comes out. I thought there was going to be like a bonus. I don't know, maybe you do have to kill this piranha plant thing, but I don't really care anymore, so whatever. Let's just keep moving. And now once I'm... and then now that I'm talking about the game, I can't think of anything to say. Like, I changed my commentary to about the game, and now I can't think of anything to say. Maybe I should just talk about whatever the hell was on my mind in this LP, because there's not much to say when I'm playing the game sometimes. I don't know, I'm just kind of chilling and playing the levels, and just having a good time. That's how it should be. But I don't want to get back on topic of that Nintendo thing, just because I want to regain my thoughts on that. I have a lot more that I can say, but ooh, what a save there! Yeah, they do put a lot of pity on you in this level, and they put some these bouncy mushrooms down below every now and then. So, but count that as a blessing. Oh wow, there's a whole thing down here. I had no idea. There has to be a secret down here then. Yeah, don't rely on those types of things saving you too much in this level. As you go, it will get more and more, you know, if you fall, you're dead, so just be careful. I don't think I've won this minigame yet. I really want to do this. on. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! One banana! The hardest ones are like the singular bananas like in the middle of the screen, I think. Those are the hardest ones to get. It's hard to explain why, but they just are. Okay, let's try this again. Without messing up. Shall we? Let's do it. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Man, my commentary just died because I decided not to talk about Nintendo anymore. Fuck! Okay, so we're back here. Yeah, this is where I died last time. Going from the end, right? What I have to do here, since it's going clockwise, just kind of jump over to the left. Like, when it's down at the 4 o'clock... Oh, maybe not. No, nah. I changed my mind. You would probably want to jump, like, yeah, from the 8 o'clock position, and then just land on the next platform, if that makes sense. We'll be seeing that kind of stuff quite a bit in this level, where those things will be moving around in a circle like that, and you have to collect something in the middle, and I can explain my strategy more there. Don't know how you get that puzzle piece, but whatever. We'll just move on. It's a pretty long level from what I remember, too. And, oh, this part, I think we have the G coming up here on one of these trains of platforms. Right here? No. Eventually we should be getting it. Huh. Don't know exactly where it is. Now you gotta watch out for these spiders hanging from up here. If you're not paying attention, you'll easily be, like, carried up into them. So I suggest when you're on these platforms, duck, so you don't get hit by those. This can be kind of tricky, this part, because if you high bounce off of these platforms, you'll fall into that, or you'll jump into to the spiky ceilings. So that can be kind of a pain. There might be something over to the left here. No, maybe not. Ah, I'm getting nasally now. I'm getting nasally. Like, I'm getting all sorts of mucus. It's a major problem of mine, but I'm gonna try to stick it out. Oh, now I hawked it up. That's probably the nastiest thing ever, what you're hearing on the mic right now, me swallowing that shit. Okay, let's just stop this. Let's stop this. I'm just making a dick of myself in this level. Yeah. It's been a long episode anyway, so it's definitely time to end. So, next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns, let's see what levels are next. I think we should be unlocking Cranky. Yeah. So we'll get the key from Cranky, and we will do... I guess we'll do Tip-'em Totems next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.